Okay. Definitely made a terrible mistake there, which I'm not going to say what it was, but we're going to start a machine if we can. No, I don't think we're going to be able to use one yet. So we'll just go through the modules. All right, so what does DNS stand for? Domain Name System. Domain hierarchy. So you've got your root domain, you've got your top level domains, also known as TLDs. So that's your .edus, your .coms, your .govs, your .mil. Then you have your second level domains. So MIT, TryHackMe.com, Google.com, USA.gov, NASA.gov, Army.mil, so on and so forth, right? And then a subdomain sits on the left-hand side of the second level domain using a period to separate it. For example, in the name admin.tryhackme.com, the admin part is the subdomain. The subdomain name has the same creation restrictions as a second level domain, being limited to 63 characters and can only use A through Z, 0 through 9, and hyphens. Cannot start or end with hyphens or have consecutive hyphens. You can use multiple subdomains, split with periods to create longer names such as jupiter.servers.tryhackme.com, but the length must be kept to 253 characters or less. So maximum length of a subdomain, 63. Which of the following characters cannot be used in a subdomain? The underscore. What is the maximum length of a domain name? 253 characters. And what type of TLD is .co.uk? That is I wonder if they're looking for country? No. What are they looking for? Um, generic top level and country code top level domain. So it's a CCTLD. All right, record types. DNS isn't just for websites though, and multiple types of DNS records exist. We'll go over some of the most common ones that you're likely to come across. So we've got our A record. These records resolve to IP version 4 addresses. Quadruple A records. These records resolve to IP version 6 addresses. C names. These records resolve to another domain name. For example, TryHackMe's online shop has the subdomain name store.tryhackme.com, which returns a CNAME record shops.shopify.com. Another DNS request would then be made to shops.shopify.com to work out the IP address. MX records, that's mail exchange, and TXT records are free text fields where any text-based data can be stored. So what type of record would be used to advise where to send email? MX. What type of record handles IPv6? AAAA, quadruple A. Making a request. So when you're requesting a domain name, your computer first checks its local cache to see if you've previously looked up the address recently. If not, a request to your recursive DNS server will be made. Step 2, a recursive DNS server is usually provided by your internet service provider, but you can also choose your own. The server also has a local cache of recently looked up domain names. If a result is found locally, this is sent back to your computer and your request ends here. This is common for popular and heavily requested services such as Google, Facebook, and Twitter. Step 3, the root servers act as the DNS backbone of the internet. Their job is to redirect you to the correct TLD depending on your request. Step 4, the TLD server holds records for where to find the authoritative server to answer the DNS request. And step 5, an authoritative DNS server is the server that is responsible for storing the DNS records for a particular domain name and where any update to your domain name DNS records would be made. What field specifies how long a DNS record should be cached for? That's our time to live. What type of DNS server is usually provided by your ISP? Recursive. What type of server holds all the records for a domain? Authoritative. Right? So step 1, you look for the domain. Recursive DNS server looks to see if it has it already. If not, goes to the root DNS. If not, goes to the authoritative DNS, which gets sent to the recursive and then gets sent back to your computer. But once your recursive DNS server has it, then it shouldn't have to request it again for whatever the TTL is. All right, using the website on the right, we can build requests to make DNS queries and view the results. So let's do that. So what is the CNAME? DNS type, CNAME of shop.website.thm. Let's go ahead and send that request. And the server is, let's see. It says, what is the CNAME of shop.website? shop.website.thm.website.thm. Is that what they're asking for? No. Shop.website.thm. Server can't find shop.website.thm. CNAME, subdomain, shop.website. Send request. A record. And type equals website. CNAME website.thm. So it says shop. There we go. Shops.myshopify.com. What is the value of the text record of website.thm? So it's already looking that up. This is the text value. Just copy that. Put a T at the beginning of it. What is the numerical priority value for the MX record? 30. What is the IP address for the A record? A record 10.10.10.10. 10.10.10.10. All right, so that completes the DNS module. Let's exit the split view. And we're going to go back. Now, let's look at how websites work. So when you visit a website, your browser makes a request to a web server asking for information about the page you're visiting. It will respond with data that your browser uses to show you the page. A web server is just a dedicated computer somewhere else in the world that handles your request. There are two major components that make up a website. The front end, aka the client side, and that's the way that your browser renders a website. So the way that's either Google or Internet Explorer or Edge or Firefox. It's the way that it receives the information, displays it back to you. And then on the other side of that is the server side, aka the back end. And that's a server that processes your request and returns a response. So, oh, cool. So, basically, whenever you send when you're just typing in your web browser and you hit that go button or you hit enter or however you go about doing it, you're making requests from information from a server. Um, and that's how web browsing works. So there are many other processes involved in your browser making requests to a web server, such as protocols and all that. But for now, you just need to understand that you make a request to a server and it responds with data your browser uses to render information to you. What term best describes the side your browser renders a website? Client side, right? So we'll minimize that, move on to here. We're going to view this site. And so websites are primarily created using HTML, hypertext markup language, CSS, which is cascading style sheets. And that's basically another code that tells the information in the HTML, like how it should look. And then JavaScript that implements complex features on pages using interactivity. Um, so when you're filling in fields and all that stuff and returning information on a form, that's where JavaScript comes into play. So the structure, as shown in the screenshot, has the following components. The exclamation point doc type HTML is a HTML5 document. This helps with standardization across different browsers and tells the browser to use HTML5 to interpret the page. The HTML element is the root element of the HTML page. All other elements come after this element, right? And you've got your title, which displays the page title. And then you end that using the slash head. And then you've got the body, right? H1, then you can do H2, H3, so on and so forth. The P element defines a paragraph. There's lots of other elements, aka tags, used for different purposes. So there's tags for buttons, the button tag, images, IMG tag. Um, you've got OL, which is ordered list. UL is unordered list, and there's a whole lot more. So let's play with some HTML. On the right hand side, you should see a box that renders HTML. If you enter some HTML into the box and click the green render HTML code, add dog image here. So let's see if they even have a dog image. I doubt it, but we're gonna find out. So image source equals, I'm just gonna take a guess here, dag dash one dot JPEG, and oh, it's the equal sign right there, doesn't it? Yep. Yeah, that looks good. I doubt there's, like I said, definitely no. But if there was a image of a dog there, it would definitely show up if we had that source. Yeah, so cat-2.jpg. One of the images on the cat website is broken. Fix it, and the image will reveal the hidden answer. HTML hero. Add a dog image to the page by adding another image on line 11. The dog image location is image slash dog dash one. It's a different type of format. So it's a PNG photo instead of a JPEG. Dog HTML all. That's an English bulldog. They're so cute. All right. Do I need to hit complete? Yeah, I need to hit completed on that. All right. So next up, we've got JavaScript. JavaScript is one of the most popular coding languages in the world and allows pages to become interactive. JavaScript is added within the page source and can be loaded within script tags, or can be included remotely with the source attribute. Right? Let's view this new site. And we're going to render plus JS code. We're going to add some JavaScript here. Click the View Site button on this task on the right-hand side. Add JavaScript that changes the demo elements content to hack the planet. The following JavaScript code finds... Okay, so we're just going to copy that. And we're going to say, dun dun, dun dun, dun dun. JSIS is fun. JavaScript is fun. JSIS is fun. Or JS is fun. Not JISIS. JSIS is fun. Add the button HTML from this task that changes the elements text to button clicked on. Okay, so the following changes the text of the element with the demo ID to button clicked. And I think we can add that on after. Let's see, there was an error in your JavaScript, which means you probably got to get rid of this part. So render HTML plus JS. Script, text, JavaScript, button on click. Maybe that needs to be added. Can also on click. So it's going to be done outside of the script. And we're going to render HTML. Yep, there we go. Click me, button clicked. Pretty cool, right? All right. Let's minimize that. Sensitive data exposure. View site. So sensitive data exposure occurs when a website doesn't properly protect or remove sensitive clear text information to the end user, usually found in a site's front-end source code. View page source, and yeah, no, that was right. Let's do an inspection on this page. So let's see if there's any notes or anything in here that might reveal something that shouldn't necessarily be there. We use cookies to ensure you're okay. What's down here? What was all that? There's a lot of stuff here. Image source, logo, white PNG. Form method is ID equals form. Oh, what's this? So right here, admin test password. Admin and test password. Oh, congratulations. What is the password hidden in the source code? Test password. And it gave us a congratulations when we entered that in here. Congratulations. So, good job on that. HTML injection. So we're going to view another site. What is my name? Bob. Okay, let's try to Bob, and we're going to say hi. Well, that's really not doing much, so let's look into that. View page source. Sorry, inspect. Inspector gadget. Inspector gadget. Okay, so HTML injection is a vulnerability that occurs when unfiltered user input is displayed on the page. If a website fails to sanitize user input and that input is used on the page, an attacker can inject HTML code into a vulnerable website. So view the website on this task and inject HTML so that a malicious link to http://hacker.com is shown. Well, let's see, what is this saying? Let's open this up. So name, value, document, get element by ID, welcome message, enter HTML welcome plus name. Welcome Bob, right? No input is sanitized, so you can write your own HTML or JavaScript, and it will be used on this page. Okay, so it wants us to do it via HTML. So let's see, that would be. I'm super rusty on my HTML. So document HTML iframe. Oh boy. Let's see. Iframe. Those are all scripts. It's not link, is it? Oh boy. Why can't I remember the tag for it? Let's go to HTML links. Ahref. Okay. So ahref equals, and that goes to, yeah, so http://hacker.com, and it just says so that a malicious link, and we're going to say malicious link, and then we're going to close that. So close ahref. Say hi. Would you look at that? So we're going to grab that. And we're going to paste that. Submit. And close, close, close. Minimize. And that was the correct answer. So let's go back once again. Now let's put it all together. So from the previous modules, you'll have learned that quite a lot of things go on behind the scenes when you request a web page in your browser. To summarize, when you request a website, your computer needs to know the server's IP address it needs to talk to. For this, it uses domain name system. Your computer then talks to the web server using a special set of commands called the Hypertext Transfer Protocol. The web server then returns hypertext markup language, JavaScript, CSS, which is cascading style sheets, images, etc., which your browser then uses to correctly format and display the website to you. So you request your website. It finds a web server IP address with domain name system, connects to the web server, then you view the website. I've read this. Yes, I have. Other components, load balancers. When a website's traffic starts getting quite large or is running an application that needs to have high availability, one web server might no longer do the job. Load balancers provide two main features, ensuring high traffic websites can handle the load and providing a failover. So you've got round robin, which sends it to each server in turn. Weighted, which checks how many requests a server is currently dealing with and sends it to the least busy server. Load balancers also. There's another one where if I guess it falls under weighted. Um, it'll kick on another server if one server is receiving too much load. Content delivery networks can be an excellent resource for cutting down traffic to a busy website. Databases. Often websites will need a way of storing information for their users. Web servers can communicate with databases to store and recall data from them. And then you've got your WAF, which is a web application firewall. What can be used to host static files and speed up clients' visits to a website? CDNs, content delivery networks. What does a load balancer perform to make sure a host is still alive? A health check. What can be used to help against the hacking of a website? A WAF, web application firewall. All right, how web servers work. A web server is a software that listens for incoming connection and then uses hypertext transfer protocol to deliver web content to its clients. Virtual hosts. Web servers can host multiple websites with different domain names. To achieve this, they use virtual hosts. The web server software checks the host name being requested from the HTTP headers and matches that against its virtual hosts. Virtual hosts are just text-based configuration files. Static versus dynamic content. Static content, as the name suggests, is content that never changes. Common examples of this are pictures, JavaScript, CSS, etc., but can also include HTML that never changes. Furthermore, these are files that are directly served from web server with no changes made to them. And then scripting and backend languages. There's not much of a limit to what a backend language can achieve, and these are what make a website interactive to the user. Some examples of these languages are PHP, Python, Ruby, Node.js, Perl, and many more. If index was built like this, HTML body hello, PHP echo get name body HTML, it would output the following to the client. So when the person enters their name, like on the previous exercise, it would just say, hello, Adam. What does the web server software use to host multiple sites? That is a virtual host. Virtual host. What is the name for the type of content that can change? That is dynamic because it can change. Does the client see the back end code? Nay. All right, let's take a quiz. Click the View Site button on the right. Okay. Using everything you've learned from other modules, drag and drop the tiles in the correct order of how a request to a website works to reveal a flag. When placing a tile in the correct position, it will highlight in green. When a tile is in the wrong spot, it will highlight in red. Make sure not to refresh the page, as it will reset all the tiles to blank again. So step 1, request TryHackMe in your browser. Step 2, check your recursive DNS server for address. No. Well, oh, check local cache. Then it's the recursive. Where's get check recursive? Okay. Then authoritative DNS. Oh, query root server. Connect to web server. Oh, request pass the web application talks to your browser manager. This is the last step. I know that. Server advises the IP address for the websites. Yes. Then we connect to web server on port 443. No. Web server sees the GET request. No. Request passes through a load balancer. No. There. Web server. I know that's not it. Request through connect. Oh, maybe that is it. Yes, of course. Okay, so web server gets the request. Connect. Oh, that's when it connects to port 443 because it's passing through the firewall. Then there you go. Okay, so web application talks to database and your browser. Yep, THM, TryHackMe. You got the order. All right, we're gonna say okay. We're gonna paste that on in there. Submit that. And oh, I'm missing something. Submit. There we go. All right, answer is correct. Let's go back a page. All right, let's view this path again just to see what we've got done so far. So we've got how the web works. We've done everything on introduction to web hacking. We've done sub web hacking fundamentals. Let's go to OWASP Top 10. I think I was in the middle of that. So we're on security misconfigurations. Talking about default passwords. So let's start an attack box. See what we can find out. Machine's starting up. Might take a minute. I said this was going to taste like cinnamon toast, but it definitely does not. So security misconfigurations are distinct from other top 10 vulnerabilities because they occur when security could have been configured properly but was not. So security misconfigurations include poorly configured permissions on cloud services, like S3 buckets, having unnecessary features enabled like services, pages, accounts, or privileges, default accounts with unchanged passwords, error messages that are overly detailed and allow an attacker to find out more about the system, and not using HTTP security headers or revealing too much detail in the server. This vulnerability can often lead to more vulnerabilities. Default passwords. Specifically, this virtual machine focuses on default passwords. These are a specific example of a security misconfiguration. You could and should change any default passwords, but people often don't. So when you get a new modem or router where it has a web interface and you first log in, make sure you definitely change that default password because the information is out there on a lot of the models where we can just look up your default passwords. And if you haven't changed it, then it's easy to get into, right? So, we've got our machine started. Let's go to this site, 10.10.0.127. Wait for Firefox to kick on. What user are you? I'm not sure. Let's look at the page source. Okay, nothing of interest there for me, it looks like. But let's see if we can get in via admin. I am Newt. Well, hello, Newt. Let's see what we got here. Let's inspect elements. We're going to say Newt. Incorrect password. Okay. Well, why is it the incorrect password? Oh. Let's say inspect element again. Let's drag this up a little bit. And form action. White space, button, submit. Let's see if there's any notes or anything. What's in here? Anything? Nothing there. Okay. Let's see if we can say, let's just enter it without, so even without adding anything in, it still returns this. So let's inspect that element. Let's see if there's anything as far as go back. Well, hold on, there was something. Note.php equals note2. That doesn't give us anything. What about note 0? Oh, hey, look at that. Oh, that's not what it wants, though. It wants me to, let's go back. Am I on the right machine? Let's go back again. I think that was the broken access control. So, security miss, and that was new test 1, 2, 3, 4. Test 1, 2, 3, 4. Although equals 0. Note equals. Let's just take out the note and let's just do this again. Oh, dot 1, 2, 7. Showcases it's best to deploy Van Hack by exploiting the security misconfiguration. Admin password. I'm Newt again. Tried admin. Admin. Pass. Note 1. Hold on a second. Note 0. We got the flag, but there might be some more information here. No, there's no more information there. What's white space? Network. Okay, let's try a It's not found on the server. Okay. HTTP security headers. Not using HTTP security headers. Okay, so let me copy this again. And the box should still be up. Completed. Start the box. Huh. Well, let's do it a different way. We're going to go to VirtualBox. And we're going to start our Kali Everything machine. Water is good for you. All right, so let's okay, got all the packets. So we should be able to open this up here. 10.10.0.127. Feel like I might have to terminate this and start it over. Start machine. Generate a new IP address. And By the way, I've been watching this show called Loudermilk. It's pretty hilarious, I think. If you haven't watched it, it's on Amazon. It's pretty good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. 10.10.49.77. Oh, come on now. Should be connected. You're disconnected. Let's refresh. Shut down that machine. Oh, I know why. Because I haven't connected via OpenVPN yet. So let's do that. And now I should have access. I do. So now, when we go out to Edge, we're going to refresh the connection. Okay, this is a lot different than what we were looking at. So let's see if there's anything in the source. Pensive note-taking app. Note-taking app for people who like to think about their notes. Alright, let's close that and we are going to inspect it. Okay, let's open this fully so we can really see what we're looking at here. Network, refresh the page. Alright, that's documents, main.javascript. Okay, let's see what happens. So we've got swap theme, we've got change password. Okay, my notes. Now that was interesting. There was you saw that there was a create new note there. So let's see what's generating that. Let's go to elements and Alright, I must be missing something again. So, got pensive notes. We inspect it. It's an HTML document. We have this username and password field. And the whole purpose of this particular exercise is for a security misconfiguration. So, fully configured permissions. Let's just see if we can log in. It says, please fill out this field. Okay. Default passwords. They're specific. You could and should change it. Alright. I really need to start using my research. Like, I always think that everything I need for whatever task I'm on is going to be within the page. But sometimes it is not. And I'll bet you the hint says something about Google or GitHub. Can you find the app source code? So I need to keep that in mind. Cross-site scripting. Let's terminate this machine. Deploy VM. Sure, why not? So then have Warcraft reflected cross-site that will cause a pop-up saying hello. Hello. Okay, start machine. Okay, just waiting for this machine to boot up. Okay. Eh, totally forgot about that. Let me expand this out a little bit. Mm, it says hello, so I don't. Okay, so it says craft a reflected cross-site. It causes a pop-up that says hello, so what if I do it? Hmm. All right, we're about an hour in. Let's see. Pop-up, script alert, hello world. That's exactly what I did, except I replaced hello world with hello. See, look, and oh, there's more to cross-site scripting than you think. Copy. Okay, that's what I wanted. On the same reflected page, craft a reflected cross-site script payload that will cause a pop-up with your machine's IP address. With my machine's IP address. So script alert, and then I guess who am I? And stop the script. Stop the process. No, that just does who am I. So with the machine, as in like the machine's IP, maybe? Script. Localhost, maybe? No, hold on. Alerts. And quotations 10.10.42.75. Close quotations. Close that. Close script. Alright, what am I missing, y'all? Craft reflected cross script. Alert. 10.10.42.75. Close that, stop the script, and search. Yeah, no, same thing. Hint. In JavaScript window.location.hostname will show your hostname. In this case, your hostname will be in JavaScript window.location.hostname. So script alert window. No. Okay. Now we're gonna do the stored cross-site scripting. In your browser, and click on make an account. Use good old Bob. Okay, then add a comment, see if you can insert some of your own HTML. Okay, let's see if, oh, we need to register first. Bob. You're registered. Okay, and we're logged in. Add a comment to see if you can insert some of your own HTML. Okay, so view page source. Inspect. Paragraph. So, welcome to hello there. Hello there. Let's see if you can insert some of your HTML. Alright, let's close that. Log out. Log in with shoot Bob. And then we're gonna say // this is a comment. Bob. Oh. Am I still in the right spot? Add a comment. It says if you stored, and all answers need to be submitted in the cross-site scripting room. Add a comment and see if you can insert some of your own HTML. If you need hints or questions, click here. Here. Stored hashtag. No. Bob. Log in. There. TryHackMe. That takes us back to the dashboard. Here's some of the most popular. This is your own personal playground. Playgrounds. Okay. Hi, Bob. Hello. Um, hmm. All right. I'm going to take a short break and get my head back on straight. I'll be back in about 5. But thanks for the follow, the consultant, Joe. Got that. There we go. All right, I am back, and I don't know if you're still here, Consultant Joe. I do apologize. I did not see your message earlier. So I do apologize for that. Um, let's see. You were talking about, I think that was on the previous one, and on the reflected. So, or you might have been talking to one that I'm on. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you're talking about the stored cross-site scripting. Which apparently now I can add a comment. So this is my comment. I'm going to say comment. All right, we successfully added a comment. See if you can insert some of your own HTML. Create an alert pop-up appear on the page with your document cookies. Change cross-site scripting playground to I am a hacker by adding a comment and using JavaScript. Okay, so create an alert. We're going to say script create an alert pop-up alerts and with document cookies. And I said this before, but let's see. Or JavaScript document cookies. JavaScript document cookies. Document.cookie.split. So there's a C document.cookie. Let's see if that's what it was asking for. Data, see if you can insert, then add a comment and see if you can insert some of your own HTML. Well done, level 2. I'm guessing that's for that. My own HTML, we're going to say href equals www.tryhackme.com, and we're going to say test, close a href, comment, say OK. That's, oh, hold on, HTML tags, there it is right there. So we're going to say get off of that. Nope. And we're going to change cross-site scripting playground to I am a hacker by adding a comment using JavaScript. So let's inspect this. And I'm actually going to bring a tab on over here.
Choked. I almost choked. All right. Well, look. Here's 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 here's
All right, so let's see, where was I? I believe we're trying to change cross-site scripting playground, which, let's bring this over. Cross-site scripting playground is way up here. So div class, div nav bar, let's see, type equals button, nav bar brand, image source. Okay, that's that. Okay, here we go. Span ID equals THM title, cross-site scripting playground. Now we want that to say, I am a hacker. I am a hacker. So, that comment using JavaScript. So, span ID equals THM dash title. Okay, so now to replace a title using JavaScript. Create a label element and assign ID to define that button. To change the text of a label using JavaScript. And doc type title. Okay, this example changes the text of a label. Okay, so let's refresh the page. Got this cross-site scripting playground. Currently logged in as Bob. Sure, let's do let me change this part. Span ID equals THM dash title and I don't know if this is actually going to work, but no. Okay, so I'm wondering what I'm missing here. So I mean, I see span ID equals THM dash title cross-site scripting playground, right? But we want to change that. So how to replace a span ID, or how to swap. Let's say how to swap a span ID in JavaScript. If you want to change the ID, use document get element by ID, user ID, mic, or more classically, get elements by. If you want to replace user HTML dot enter HTML equals mic by ID user enter HTML. So stored cross-site scripting. Got that. Got that. Document dot get element by ID. Where's the THM dash title? I guess by ID THM dash title. THM dash title. Dot enter HTML equals I don't know if that's gonna work. No. All right. I'm at a loss on this one as well. So let's think. Cross-site says a website has related payloads. So let's check out this website. Let's full screen that. Cross-site scripting payloads. New payloads. Okay, payloads. Capture scripts that will capture the system. Browsing. So take over the injected browser shelves. Okay, intercept. Force download. Show the future address spoofing. Has visited. Let's back out of that. Let's do more. Let's see what's under the more. Image on error. TP link. Okay. Vibrates. Without making it too obvious. Well then. Adding a comment and using JavaScript. Well, I thought that's what I was doing. but apparently I was not. So we are on task 20. So we're going to say task 20 THM. Cross-site scripting walkthrough, and this is from, let's see who did this one. Severity, oh, that's, this is getbook.io, which, okay, so hint script document query selector. This is why I need to learn JavaScript and HTML and all that other stuff because of things like this. Now let's comment it. See what happens. Of course. Of course. Websites can be easily defaced with cross-site scripting. Well, apparently so, because we just did it. What was the hint? The hint was already there. Query selector. So I was getting close to what I was supposed to be doing, but that's also why I definitely need to learn some more of the programming languages as well. So insecure deserialization. Let's close this. We're going to start this machine. Do I? Do I already have a machine running? Yes, I do. Terminate that. And who developed the Tomcat application? I'm pretty sure that's something we're going to have to Google anyways. So, who made the Tomcat application? James Duncan Davidson. Back in the good old days of 1999. What do you mean okay, who developed? Who developed? Developed. Maybe they want the Apache Software Foundation. Maybe that's the answer they're looking for. Yep. What type of attack that crashes services can be performed with insecure deserialization? Let's see. When untrusted insecure deserialization is a vulnerability which occurs when untrusted data is used to abuse the logic of an application. That's a quote from Acunetics in 2017. This definition is still quite broad to say the least. Simply, insecure deserialization is replacing data processed by an application with malicious code, allowing anything from denial of service, and I'm pretty sure that's what they want. And that's what I thought they wanted, but I wasn't quite sure. Denial of service. To remote code execution that the attacker can use to gain a foothold in a pen testing scenario. Specifically, the malicious code leverages the legitimate serialization and deserialization process used by web applications. We'll be explaining this process and why it is so commonplace in modern web apps. OWASP ranks this vulnerability as 8 out of 10 because of the following reasons. Low exploitability. It's often a case-by-case basis. There's no reliable tool/framework for it. And because of its nature, attackers need to have a good understanding of the inner workings of the TOE. And the exploit is only as dangerous as the attacker's skill permits. More so, the value of the data that is exposed. For example, someone who can only cause a DOS will make the application unavailable. The business impact of this will vary on the infrastructure. Some organizations will recover just fine, others, however, will not. What's vulnerable? At summary, ultimately, any application that stores or fetches data where there are no validations or integrity checks in place for the data queried, or retained. A few examples of apps of this nature are e-commerce sites, forums, APIs, and application runtimes. Objects. A prominent element of object-oriented programming, objects are made up of two things: state or behavior. Simply, objects allow you to create similar lines of code without having to do the legwork of writing the same lines of code again. For example, a lamp would be a good object. Lamps can have different types of bulbs. This would be their state as well as either being on or off, which is their behavior, rather than having to accommodate every type of bulb and whether or not that specific lamp is on or off. You can use methods to simply alter the state and behavior of the lamp. Select the correct term of the following statement. If a dog was sleeping, this would be a behavior. And they want the Queen's English spelling of it instead of the American English spelling. All right, deserialization. A tourist approaches you in the street asking for directions. They're looking for a local landmark and got lost. Unfortunately, English isn't their strong point, and nor do you speak their language. What do? You draw a map of the route to the landmark because pictures cross language barriers. They were able to find the landmark. Nice. Noise. You've just serialized some information where the tourist then deserialized it to find the landmark. Serialization is the process of converting objects used in programming into simpler, compatible formatting for transmitting between systems or networks for further processing or storage. What does this mean? Say you have a password of password123 from a program that needs to be stored in a database on another system. To travel across the network, this string output needs to be converted to binary. Of course, the password needs to be stored as password123 and not its binary notation. Once this reaches the database, it is converted or deserialized back into password123 so it can be stored. How can we leverage this? Simply, insecure deserialization occurs when data from an untrusted party gets executed because there is no filtering or input validation. The system assumes that the data is trustworthy and will execute it, no holds barred. What is the name of the base 2 formatting that data is sent across a network as? Binary. Base 2. On or off. Zeros or ones. All right. Cookies. Ah, yes, the origin of many memes. Cookies are an essential tool for modern websites to function. We use cookies to ensure you get the best user experience. No, you use cookies to track our movements across the internet. But tabs. You'll need see notifications like the above on most websites these days. Whilst plain text credentials is a vulnerability in itself, it is not insecure deserialization, as we have not sent any serialized data to be executed. Cookies are not permanent storage solutions like databases. Some cookies, such as sessions IDs, will clear when the browser is closed. Others, however, last considerably longer. This is determined by the expiry timer that is set when the cookie is created. Let's expand this out some so we can see what's going on, right? This cookie name, the name of the cookie to be set. Is it required? Yes. Cookie value. This can be anything plain text or encoded. Is it required? Yes. These are all not required. Secure only if set. This cookie will only be set over HTTPS expiry. Set a timestamp where the cookie will be removed. And the cookie will only be sent if the specified URL is within the request. Cookies can be set in various website programming languages. For example, JavaScript, PHP, or Python, to name a few. So we got datetime equals datetime.now. Timestamp equals str datetime. Response set cookie registration timestamp timestamp. So setting cookies in Flask is rather trivial. Simply, the snippet gets the current date and time, stores it within the variable timestamp, and then stores the date and time in a cookie named registration timestamp. This is what it will look like in the browser. Registration timestamp, IP address / session, and that's that. If a cookie had a path of webapp.com/login, what would the URL that the user has to visit be? Webapp.com/login. What is the acronym of the web technology that secure cookies work over HTTPS? Right? And now we're doing a practical. So, yes, that's the page in the browser of the device you are connected to the VPN with. Navigate to .10.10.195.62. All right. I will be detailing the steps for Firefox. You may have to research how to inspect cookies in the browser of your choice. You will be greeted with this homepage. Yes. Let's create an account. Join us. Bob. 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 Bob is signed up. Okay, right click the page and inspect elements. And this says go to storage tab. I think for me it's memory. Oh, maybe not. Let's do this. I am going to scooch this over to my other screen. And I'm going to open this all the way up. And we're going to say group, elements, console, sources, network, refresh. All right. Let's see. More tabs, application security, CSS overview. Let's see what theirs looks like. So I did that, and yep, yep, yep. Console elements, HTML, sources, static. Okay, modifying cookie values. Cookie named user type. Yes, I do. You currently are a user as confirmed by your information on the My Profile page. This application determines what you can and cannot see by your user type. What if you wanted to become an admin? Double left click the value column of user type and make him an admin. Okay. So let's change this and navigate to answer the second flag slash admin slash admin. For updating the platform. Now I can exchange my Vim with ease. So let's take the flag THM, first flag cookie value. Oh, wait a minute. This is the admin dashboard. Let's go back to the cookie value. Let's go back and inspect and storage and got our cookies. And that's that. Does it want this? It doesn't want the session ID. It wants the cookie value. Well, the value um, so cookie name, user type, blah blah blah. First class flag, cookie value. Let's see. What am I missing here? The data. Okay, inspector. I don't know what I'm missing there. So let's. I don't even know what task am I on? Task 25, 24, 25. Okay. I guess that's what it wants. Again, I should really just do my research on this stuff. So let's grab this session ID and so we're going to do base 64 decoder. Okay. Encode, decode online. Base, decode. That's not right. Do I have an auto thing? Try ASCII. Okay. Right there. THM, good old base 64, huh? Good old base 64. All right. Okay, let's close the inspection tool. And we're going to close, actually we're not going to close that, but what I am going to do is bring this back over. All right, so much more nefarious attack than simply decoding cookies. We get into the nitty gritty. First, change the value of the user type cookie from admin to user. and return back to the profile. Okay, so inspect. We've got storage. User type is gonna be user. All right, and we're gonna refresh that page. Come back to being a user. Access level is user. Yeah. Once you've done this, left click on the URL, provide your feedback, where you will be. My profile. What happened? Back to being a user. Provide your feedback. No, not again. All right, let's close this. And let's terminate the machine. And we're kick back on the machine. Start machine. Okay. Cookies practical. So close to being done. So close. So close. But yet so far. Mm. Ooh, excuse me. Hopefully that's not too contagious. 10.10.212.248. Uh-oh. You need to create an account first. Of course I do. Why wouldn't I need to create an account first? Join us. Join us. Join us or die. Alright. Provide your feedback. Is it supposed to encounter internal error? Notice on the right you have for details. Let's create an account. Blah, blah, blah. Did that. Test 26. Alright. Provide feedback once you've done this. Oh, hold on. Matrix to admin to user and really? So it didn't want me to do provide your feedback. It wanted me to exchange your Vim. Okay. Once you have done this, left click on the URL, provide your feedback, where you will be directed. I sure was. Okay. What makes this form vulnerable? If a user was to enter their feedback, the data will get encoded and sent to the Flask application, presumably for storage within a database, for example. However, the application assumes that any data encoded is trustworthy, but we're hackers. You can only trust us as far as you can fling us. And that's nigh on impossible online. Even offline, like, I'm a pretty heavy dude. Although explaining programming is a bit out of scope for this room, it's important to understand what's going on in the snippet below. Cookie equals replace me, payload. Pickle payload, pickle.dumps. Encoded payload cookie equals base64.b64 encode, the pickle payload. B64 encode, the pickle payload. B64 encode, the pickle payload. Alright. When you visit the exchange your Vim URL, a cookie is encoded and stored within your browser, perfect for us to modify. Once you visit the feedback form, the value of this cookie is decoded and then deserialized. Uh-oh. In the snippet below, we can see how the cookie is retrieved and then deserialized via pickle.loads. Alright, this vulnerability exploits Python pickle, which I have attached as reading material at the end of the room. We essentially have free reign to execute whatever we like, such as a reverse shell. the exploit. Now, I'm not going to leave you hanging dry here. First, we need to set up a netcat listener on our Kali machine. If you're a subscriber, you can control your own. Let's see if it's gonna work this time. Netcat dash LVNP 4444 listening on any. Finally, took it long enough. Because the code is being deserialized from its base 64 format, we cannot just simply spawn a reverse shell. We must encode our own commands in base 64 so that the malicious code will be executed. I will be detailing the steps below with provided material to do so. We're going to open up Edge back up. Once this is complete, copy and paste the source code from this Python file to your Kali. Create a Python file to paste into. I have rcd.py. Okay, let's minimize that. And new tab. Ah, create a Python file to put root at Kali. /them /app hashtag nano rce.py. No such file or directory. But oh man. Alright. CD, that's where I already am. So /them. No. CD /them. No. Make their. You know what? This is replace the TryHackMe. Yeah, Python 3, or to note the output commands, it will look something similar to this. Why can't I just say nano rce.py? Okay, paste the code from the GitHub site. Okay. Open, I guess. Couldn't download virus scan failed. Via the access page. Okay. From this Python file, paste the code from the GitHub site. Is this supposed to be? Let's save as that TryHackMe, new folder, web fundamentals. I'm going to save that. Okay. So hopefully it saves this time. Okay. You control if you're a subscriber, blah, 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 blah. Huh. Hmm. Minimize. Go here. Probably not even. Oh, okay. Well, copy. And paste clipboard. Okay. Let's go back to the page. Right there. All right. And we're going to say Control X. Yes. Yes. Correct. Okay, ls. There it is. And RCE. Oh, Python 3. RCE. So it's Python. Okay, copy and paste everything in between the two speech marks. Data. All right. Let's grab all that. Oh, shoot. No. That's what I wanted. Copy. And we're going to delete this. Actually, Control L. All right, then what? Paste this into the encoded payload cookie in your browser. So we're going back to the browser. Okay. Let's go to inspect. And it was, oh no, that's Edge again. Close. Need Firefox. Opened. And 212. 212.248. Okay. And join us. Good old Bob. Don't save. Inspect. Storage. Cookies. Now we're doing that in what? The session ID, I think. Done. Control V. Okay. Paste this into the encoded payload cookie in your browser. Refresh the page. Okay. It will hang. Refer back to your netcat listener. Let's see if cookies, session ID, registration. Okay, enter, refresh the page. Let's see if that did anything. a minute. I messed it up, didn't I? Probably. Because I needed this. Copy. Cookies. No, that was right. But I messed up the session ID. What happens if I refresh it without a session ID? Does it just give me a new one? No, it messes it up altogether. Alright, so let's back out of that. Sign up. Do the Vim. Do the feedback. Check cookies. Session ID is still messed up. So let's settings. Clear data. Clear. Clear now. Close. Refresh. And now we shouldn't have. Yeah, we got nothing. So let's go back out. We're going to sign up with Bob. We're going to say don't save them feedback cookies. This, get rid of that. That looks like way too much, but that is correct. We're going to refresh. So now we should get something on that listener. Did I close it? Son of a gun. Refresh. Password fields. Okay, let's do unsecure. This is a security risk that allows users to log credentials to be stolen. Well, thanks. Thanks for letting me know. Maybe I need to change Bob back to it. Oh, sends my password in the clear. How nice. All right, let's check it now. Still listening. I don't know if I should kick it all the way back. Still maintains that encoded cookie, so I'm gonna say no. Unless Yeah, that's still the same. So did that. Copies in between the two speech marks. Did that. Yours may look slightly different, but just sure copy in between the two speech marks. Paste this into the encoded payload cookie in your browser. I'm guessing that's the encoded payload cookie. It sure is. Okay, we did that. And then it says refresh the page. It will hang. Haven't refreshed the page. That's what I have not done. So let's refresh the page. Keep that listening. Go to Firefox. Refresh the page. And let's see if it's going to work this time. Probably not, because I'm the one trying to make it work. So it's probably not going to work. God dang. Did I put it on the wrong port? Is that what happened? No, that's the right port. 4444. Let's see. Might just have to use the attack box because this is not working the way that it's supposed to. So let's close this, shut this guy down. All right, and I want to listen to this because
someone shooting at the officers.
that looks like Bethel and Mercury, maybe?
Police confirm they are working on back up on that breaking news out of Hampton, where there's currently a heavy police presence on Big Bethel Road. This happened a little bit later this morning. Hampton police confirmed they are working an officer-involved shooting there, and the call came in around 11:20. Yes, and so we know that area, again, a very busy area. Scene. For those that are familiar, there is an animal hospital in that area. Also, Warwick Assembly of God. We saw that church that's standing there nearby. Also, a Papa John's. So this is a busy intersection, but definitely a very huge police presence there. And we're working to learn the circumstances of this shooting. If the officers were shooting at someone, if someone was shooting at the officers, what really took place there, who all's injured, if there are more injuries than just the one law enforcement official that was shot. So we'll be sure to update you. We do have a crew at the scene working to gather all the latest details for you. We'll have an update as soon as possible.
Looks like a bunch of it's St. James Terrace apartments. Woo! Hmm. Hmm. So it begins. Hmm. All right, let's get back into it. Start the attack box. Only got about 30 minutes left. Let's see if we can't complete the last few tasks. We've got 5 more to do after this one. So let's fake it till we make it.
No way we're playing this song right now. Can I pass it 2 times in a row? No way, right?
Gonna get done. Yeah, I only like wearing glasses if I'm like, I don't have any makeup on. I never wear glasses with makeup. So that's another reason why I hate glasses and streaming. Because, you know, I get ready for stream. Hi, Macho. What's up? Yo, what's up? Hi. Here we go again. You were here last year when I was gonna get LASIK, right? I think. Doing some editing? Okay. I watched your clip. I also watched Pound's short. I know I mentioned it, but we'll talk about that later. We'll talk about that later. I beg to differ. When did you film this emo? Wolf? Doing fine? A little down? I was expecting a phone call job interview today, but it never came. I don't know why. I think it was a scam. Oh, man. Oh, well, maybe. But, yeah, if it was a scam, then I guess we're better off, right? You're back during HC? Yeah? Was I still doing HC in January? Yeah, they still had my... When can we expect 500 gifted? My god. I gotta watch your video too, COD. 3 videos. Well, actually, just your video. I need to watch it. Did you resend it? Hi, from Paris. Hello. Fly. Hi, how are you today? May I have your Prime from Paris? Let me have it. Fly. I posted a new Instagram post. Yeah, I'm gonna try to post more. EU Prime? Can I have your Prime? Your Prime is not ready? Kappa. That means it is ready. Scam? Call them back, give them your social. Let me hold the Prime. Level 1 God, how are you today? Are we gonna have a good stream today, guys? We're sipping. I'm wearing my bracelet. What's up, Steve-O? How are you today? There's only one option for that. Keep your head up. You'll get the next call. The interview will be awesome. Okay. I'm gonna send my story. It's done. It's done. So... What's up? Wait. Someone say something? Hold on. Hold on. You said you can tell by the glasses it went well. Yeah, do you guys want to hear exactly everything about it and how it went? Where am I from? I'm not telling you until I have your Prime. No. I only talk to subscribers? Yo, I'm joking, man. I like to act like that would be true. I only joke about that because I'm like the opposite. And I'm super transparent about it. I'm the opposite. I talk to everybody. I don't even ban people I fucking should ban. Fuck. Anyway, that's different. Whatever. What's up, man? Where am I from? I'm from California. That's what you asked me, right? I forgot. One sec, let me scroll up. Yeah. California girl. Fly. I want to hear it all. Victor, yo, what's going on, man? I saw you followed me and then you unfollowed and then followed. What's going on, Victor? Are we okay? Huh? Yeah. Busted. I know. 3 hours. Wow, Victor, welcome to the stream. How are you today? How'd you find my stream, Victor? We should ban some more people. Yeah, we should. Yo, Trevi, hi. Follow H. Yo, Taco, double L. Thank you, Fly. You think so? Wow, thanks. Steve-O, no bans? Yo, a month, Taco? Let's go. You guys are excited, guys? Hey, Voltage, how are you? Hi. Found her in the chat, guys. Oh, there he is. Voltage, what's up? Did I miss some tea? Nah, what's going on, Voltage? Your ears are always here for the cheese man? Let's go, man. Did you saw my message? I haven't. No, I'll have to take a look. I'm about to send my story right now.
I can never get this stuff to work with the attack box.
Is this
so
straight? Hold on. I'm gonna send my picture here. I hope that is that pretty. That's pretty.
Task 26.
Is it centered here? You know what? I think that looks fine. Let me just do this. Yeah, my eyes feel puffy. They feel puffy.
I don't think that's the flag, but I could be wrong. Task 26, code execution. It says that's the answer, but I don't think that's right. Oh, maybe it is. Yeah, alright. So, see, for some reason my attack box just doesn't work out the way it's supposed to. Season will document the vulnerability, has an updated version of WordPress using a tool such as WP Scan. You find that it's version 4.6. Some quick research will reveal that WordPress 4.6 is vulnerable to an unauthenticated remote code execution exploit. And even better, you can find an exploit already made on exploit-db. This would be quite devastating because it requires very little work on the part of the attackers, as oftentimes, since the vulnerability is already well known, someone else has made an exploit for the vulnerability. It becomes even worse when you realize that it's really quite easy for this to happen. If a company misses a single update for a program they use, they could be vulnerable. Okay. Components with known vulnerabilities. Ready for inquiry? What's the story, mother? What do you know? The server is using the default page for the Nostromo web server. Now that we have a version and a software name, we can use exploit-db and Nostromo 1.9.6 remote code execution. Happens to be an exploit script. Let's download it and try to get code execution. Running the script on its own actually teaches us a very important lesson. It may not work the first time. It helps to understand of the programming language the script is in. Fortunately for us, the error was caused by an inline, should have been commented, so it's an easy fix. Fixing that, so let's try and run. Boom, we have RCE. Components with known vulnerabilities lab. Start machine. You already have a machine running. Start machine. Hmm. Let's do Mm-mm. That's what I haven't done. No, yeah, I did do that. Okay, well, your TryHackMe VPN IP. Got it. I need to edit this. So, write out, read file, replace. Enter line number, column number. Now let's quit that, close that, because we're not necessarily doing the same thing this time. But what I do need to do is a refresh, file, new tab, C1, 10.10.233.91. Okay. 10.10.233.91. Online CSE bookstore. Okay. PHP MySQL. The layout use Bootstrap. Do we have? So let's see if we've got project worlds, vulnerabilities, CVE, okay, online examination, what is this? Incorrect access control vulnerability, admin verify, to bypass authentication. Okay, so let's try admin login. Hmm, 1.0. Okay, let's
that body hypnotic. That body
don't wait up for me. Don't wait up for me. I don't get lonely.
Techno.
Let's see if we can log in via anonymous.
Throw that back and bounce, watch it jiggle on me. Bounce, watch it jiggle on me. Shake, shake, let me see you work that. Bounce, watch it jiggle on me. Shake, shake, let me see you work that. 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 Throw that back and bounce, watch it jiggle on me. Bounce, watch it jiggle on me. shake. Let me see you work that. Bounce, watch it jiggle on me. Shake, shake. Let me see you work that. 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 Let me see you work Throw that back and bounce, watch it jiggle on me. Bounce, watch it jiggle on me. Shake, shake, let me see you work that. Bounce, watch it jiggle on me. Shake, shake, let me see you work that. Bounce, watch it jiggle on me. Shake, shake, let me see you work that. 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 Let me see you work Comments about my people that ain't true. 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 Comments about some people that ain't you. Comments about some nonsense that you speak with confidence. The people who support you now, you got them crazy too. That ain't right, 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 right. Comments about my people that ain't true. 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 Comments about some people that ain't you. Comments about some nonsense that you speak with confidence. The people who support you now, you got them crazy too. That ain't right, 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 right. That ain't right. Comments about my people that ain't true. 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 Comments about some people that ain't you. Comments about some nonsense that you speak with confidence. The people who support you now you got them crazy too. That ain't right. Right.
Ain't no party like a techno party. Ain't no party like a techno party. Ain't no party like a techno party. to make the place blow up. I got the bass to make the place blow up. I got the bass. I got the bass to make the place. I got the bass to make the place blow up. I got the bass to make the place blow up. I got the bass to make the place blow up. I got the bass to make the place blow up. I got the bass to make the place blow I got the bass to make the place blow up. I got the bass to make the place blow up. I got the I got the bass to make the place. The place blow up. The place blow up. Blow my whistle, baby. 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 I know you're crazy for me. Let's get freaky, baby. I know you want me, girlie. Blow my whistle, baby. Blow my whistle, baby. Blow my whistle, baby. I know you're crazy for me. Let's get freaky, baby.
Oh, I was
cat.
Oh, I was thinking about it's not easy.
Hi, kitty cat.
Not easy. So
What you
many
doing?
times I saw you walking away.
Come here.
Walking away from me. Why don't you want me? Why don't you see? Why don't we fight gravity? Why do you run? Why do you hide? Soon all our troubles will be nothing.
Come on, cuties. Yeah. Hi. You want to say hi? Say hi right there. Hello. Hello, hello. How are you? Did you have a good nap? Did you have a good nap?
Oh, I was thinking about it's not easy.
No.
Not easy.
Hello, kitties.
So many times I saw you walking away from me. Why don't you want me? Why don't you see? Why don't we fight gravity?
Okay.
Why
Bye-bye.
do you run? Why do you hide? Soon all our troubles will be left behind. Why don't you want me? Why don't you see? Why don't we fight gravity? Why do you run? Why do you hide? Soon all our troubles will be left behind. Why don't we fight gravity?
You always hear people talking about free your mind, free your body, free your soul. But they really don't know what that means. They don't really know how to do it. Free your mind, free your soul, free your body. Free your mind, free your soul.
Free your body.
Let's see what the beginner level pathway is.
Free your body.
You always hear people talking
Sure.
about free your mind, free your body, free your soul.
See how much of this I've
But
already
they
done.
really don't know what that means. They don't really know how to do it.
Okay.
Free your mind,
Interesting.
free your soul, free your
All right,
body.
everybody. That is it for the
Free your
evening.
mind, free your soul.
Hopefully the music didn't get too loud.
Body.
Thanks for joining. I will be back tomorrow. I believe at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. So just keep a lookout for some more content. I'll be doing some more learning paths on TryHackMe. And eventually we will get to the point where we are
Free your body.
actively going against other people to get flags and whatnot within the King of the Hill competitions. So
You always hear people talking about free your mind, free your body, free your
cat.
soul,
her name is Pie
but
Crust.
they really don't know what that means.
I rescued her
They don't really know how to do
from.
it.
I rescued her
Free your
from
mind, free
the
your soul,
woods
free your
near my
body.
house because
Free your
it was
mind.
starting to get cold. It was right
Free your
before
soul.
Thanksgiving, and I think her family just abandoned her. And now she's here with us, me and my dog. My dog's probably laying on the bed. But this is Pie Crust. She's a sweetie. Mwah. Yes. She's a good cat. Oh. And like all cats, she likes her butt scratched. Like all animals, really. Alright, y'all. Thanks again for joining. My name is Morehouse. That's what everybody calls me. And this is just me trying to prepare for a job in cybersecurity. So if you want to learn about that kind of stuff, stick around. Alright. Peace.
Free your soul, free your body.